Well, the oil has been hit on a couple of fronts because obviously, there was an article in the Times about how, three people, Trump, Putin, and Saudi control the price of oil. I think it's more than that. I think what's really happened, I think everyone was taken aback by, by Trump allowing it, by the administration allowing everyone this 180-day waiver, for Iranian imports. I think this whole thing with, the Turkey, situation has gone ahead and affected oil. But I think that we're relatively near a bottom. I think, again, what I would look for is a situation coming out with some bad stats, some bad stats come out in oil in the next week or so, or 2 weeks, and the market doesn't go down. And that would be an indicator to me to get long. And I mean, I think there's limited downside anyway. I think if you ask me what the next $10 is it up or down? I think it's up.
Do you think oil was down because of too much supply, or do you think it was a growth scare, or a little bit of both?
I think it's both, but I also think there's other factors at play. I think that the macro players for years have been making a ton of money being long crude and short nat gas. I mean, that's something really no one's talking about. And in the last month, nat gas is up 75%. So if you've been long crude and short nat gas, as nat gas goes higher and you cover your position, you're not only buying nat gas, you're selling crude at the same time. And I think that trade has really been on, has been on everyone's books for a while, and it's now being unwound to a large degree. I mean, nat gas today is up another 40 cents or something like that, which is probably pressuring crude still now. So when that trade is finally unwound, and when you start seeing some negative, some more negative stats with no negative price action, that's when you want to. That's when you want to buy the dip in crude. But I think the next, the bottom is if it's not today, if it's not tomorrow, the next $10 move is up.
Okay. Yana Barton is with us today on the desk, and she has a question for you, Mar.
How are you? Quick question
Hi.
for you as it relates to the strength in the dollar, and do you think that has led to some of the weakness as well?
No. I think it's all momentum driven. I think when things get taken on, I think the dollar has very little to do with it. I think it really has to do with, the market going from backwardation to contango in crude. I still think, by the way, the best trade on the board in the energy complex is to be long front month heating oil and short, further back, because if the winter's really going to be this cold, no matter what happens to the price of crude oil, I think heating oil is going to outperform. I think that the dollar relatively has nothing to do with it. I think that people are looking for things. It's simple. Things go down, they go down more. Then people try to buy bottoms. When people try to buy bottoms, they go down even more. And when people finally give up, is when it bottoms.
What happens, though, Mark, if the U.S.-Saudi relationship gets ugly, right?
Yeah.
Because of the Khashoggi murder.
I think it's already ugly, right?
And what if it gets uglier?
I'm not a good enough,
But we haven't even done really anything yet. So
no, I think that would be a good thing. I think if the U.S. goes ahead and finds the Saudi, prince complicit, and the markets, trades lower intraday and then rallies towards the end of the day, that would be a sign for me to get long. I look at bad news, good price action as an indicator, and that's what I would look at in any of these markets to look at. So, but again, in a longer term frame, a month, 2 months, the next $10 move as oil is up, is not down.